know I do something every year for my teenage boys for Easter, right? So I was trying to think about something I could do with something that they really like, which is tennis shoes. So I created these images on Canva, and then I cut them out and put them on poster board like I always do. And let me tell you, this was so many pieces and measurements and making sure this was correct and that was correct. Oh my God. And I want to do a tutorial, but it's going to take me a while to make sure the tutorial is straight. So I glued all 4 sides and the back together. And y'all, at one time I wasn't going to do the top. I was going to put the stuff in the top and not glue a top on it to make it look like a basket style thing. Then I wanted to take it a little bit further and make drawers. So I completed my first drawer, and you can see I also put like a little shelf in there so the top drawer won't sink down into the second shelf. I made it look dimensional by putting the little strips around it so it'll look like the top. And then I glued the top on. And I took it a little bit further and was like, you know what, for drawer pulls I'll just use shoestrings. So I went in my laundry room, and I always keep these leftover shoestrings. So I nicked a little hole in the front of the box, and I threaded my shoestring through there, and then I tied a knot at the back, and I tied a knot in front of the bead so it won't fall off. And that's what I use as the drawer pulls. So yeah, I'm gonna say I really took it there. I really did. And it was not easy to do. Making sure all the measurements were right, making sure each box lined up with each side. That shit got on my nerves. But for the most part, I think it came out good. Like this is pretty dope. So these aren't real shoe boxes. I mean, you probably could do it that way, maybe a little bit easier. The hardest part was making sure all the measurements are correct, because you can think you're doing something and it's not hard until you start putting it together and stuff is crooked and is not sitting right. And that was the hardest part when it came down to this. But anyway, the best part is adding the stuff in the inside of it, and that's what my daughter was so excited about doing. I went to the Dollar Tree and found some little things that my kids would like. Of course, I want to show you guys and give you an idea of what I was trying to do. And I always buy my hay from the Dollar Tree. And then I just added all of the stuff that I think they would like in the inside of it. And I think it really came out so freaking cute. And y'all, lately I've been trying to come up with ideas that nobody else have done yet. Just some new stuff. So I will get down to the dimensions and the measurements and all that stuff. And also the image. So you'll be able to print it out yourself on a tutorial. So stay tuned.